Hi friends, happy Thursday and welcome to my weekly card class to go premiere. Whether you are joining me for the first time or returning, welcome. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. I want to thank you all already for getting me past that halfway point. I think we're actually almost at that 3/4 waypoint of hitting 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So I appreciate you all so much. Today we are actually playing with the Rustic Crate Bundle out of the Holiday Mini Catalog, and that can be found on page 46. And this is a bundle, so this is 10% off if you get the bundle price together. I love this crate. It's so cute. You can either stamp it and cut it out like they have in the sample up above, or you can cut the crate out directly and kind of like have like almost like a 3D crate. But we will be playing with both styles today on all of our projects. Let me go ahead and bring in our 3 projects that we are creating today. We are using these 3 cards to showcase the bundle for making our card kits to go. Now, when you place an order in my online store through Monday, October 9th of $35 or more before tax and shipping, you'll receive all of the supplies to make 2 of each of these 3 projects. I will pre-cut and prep the cardstock and supply any additional pieces that you may need, other than the traditional bundle pieces that are in today's projects. Now, when you place a $50 order or more before tax and shipping, you'll receive the iridescent pearls again. We are playing with those today, and of course, you'll receive the full packet. But be sure to use this host code. Let me grab it here. One of these days I'll have it fancy to where it pops right up on the screen. But here is the host code for this week. Now be sure to take a screenshot, or otherwise it is in the description box below. So be sure to use that host code when you place your order in order to get the projects or the kits for these projects. Now also, as a thank you, you'll be receiving a full tutorial of all the projects with all the sizes and dimensions on these projects. So let's go ahead and get started on our first one. We are doing a traditional, it could be a birthday card or traditional like thinking of you. But this is so cute, doing the florals, and let's go ahead and go over the pieces that are going to be in our kit. So we have a standard card base in Moody Mauve. You will be receiving a basic white insert piece for the inside piece, and of course the decorative strip that goes on that. Now this paper is actually from the Fresh as a Daisy designer paper series, so that paper is going to be in your kit, as well as a front strip piece in the same decorative piece. You'll also be receiving a basic white panel piece and already embossed in the cane weave. Wow, the cane weave 3D embossing folder. Let's try that. You'll also receive a deckled circle in Moody Mauve, and then of course a piece of basic white that you'll be stamping and die cutting out your images. So we stamped this in Tuxedo Memento Black ink, and then we did our crate in pecan pie if you want to make your projects like I did. And of course, with the magic of TV and time and energy, we have already pre-done all of that ahead of time. Let's go over the piece or the colors that we colored the blends in with our flowers. We used light Moody Mauve. I believe I used dark Daffodil Delight. I used light boho blue, and I believe I used the light of the old olive. So that is our combo for our flowers. And then, like I said, we stamped our crate in pecan pie. Let me put this over here really quick. And let's go ahead, and also your hello in your kit, you're also going to be receiving a piece of adhesive, a piece of adhesive sheet that you can attach to like the corner of your basic white. That way it's a lot easier when you cut it out with the adhesive, because the script is so thin. You'll be cranky if you try to do liquid glue on that. It can be done with a fine tip glue pen, or if you want to sponge the adhesive on there, but I have included a little strip of adhesive back sheet for you. So let's go ahead and start, of course, with the inside piece. Gotta start with the inside as always. Get my bone folder out here. Crease that edge and adhere this Moody Mauve strip of designer paper down on it. Now, if you want to recreate these cards in addition to the kits that I send you, like I said, I use the Fresh as a Daisy DSP. And it's the back side of the piece that has all the squared images on it, and it's the Moody Mauve side. Okay. And then we are stamping our sentiments on the inside. Good things take time. So it's a nice little encouragement card. There we go. And then now we're going to go ahead and start putting together our front panel piece. Now, because this is embossed, especially in the 3D embossing folder, you definitely don't want to use a Stampin' Seal or Stampin' Seal adhesive on that, just because it could potentially rip that cardstock because it has broken down those fibers. So we are going to lay that front panel piece down, and then we're going to come in our glue and adhere this Moody Mauve. Look how pretty that is. Just makes a nice little decorative strip right there. And then, like I said, your kit will include the adhesive sheets on there as well, a little strip of that, because it just makes it a lot easier to just pull that strip off and adhere that directly on, just like a sticker. Then we're going to come in with our Stampin' Dimensional and build our deckled circle and build up our little scenery here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and adhere some Stampin' Seal just to that top edge right there. And then I'm going to come in and just kind of lay that directly onto the flowers. And then we will come in and add some glue. And add that to our deckled circle. And then come in with a piece of Stampin', do I have a sheet, a Stampin' Seal or foam sheet? Hold on just one second, because I do like the foam sheets a lot better. There we go. and I thank her every week for this. But thank you, Patty, for my foam sheets, because otherwise you would have a bunch of little Stampin' Dimensionals, and this just comes in, one-stop shop, and makes life a lot easier. There we go. Pop that up and then come in with our iridescent pearls. Give it a nice little soft, come on little guy. I think I did, and then the smaller ones. And there we go. There is project number 1. So cute. So we have 3 different style cards. We have just all occasion. We're gonna come in with our next card, which is a fun little fall basket with pumpkins and corn and daisies. So let's go ahead and get that kit out. We have a top folding card base in Wild Wheat. You will have a basic, oop, come on, Tammy. You'll have a basic white panel piece for the inside, and then of course a decorative strip of designer paper. And this paper is actually the opposite side of the one-horse soap and sleigh. So on the one side it has some nice scenery, and on the other side it has wood backgrounds and solid images for that. So that is where this came from, as well as this panel piece came from the one-horse open sleigh. That kind of made me sad I had to cut into that really pretty paper, but I love that wood with this. And then of course a panel of pecan pie. And then you will also have a piece of wild wheat for the front. You'll have a additional piece of pumpkin pie that you're going to be die cutting that crate out. And let me show you really quick with the dies what you will be cutting out. You will be cutting out these 3 pieces out of this paper, as well as I will have, oh, I already included that. This has a self-adhesive strip on the back, so you'll have that as well. And then of course a basic white piece that you'll be stamping your fall image. So let us go ahead and, oh, and obviously our deckled circle for that background. Now you'll notice on here, these pearls are a different color. What I have done is I have actually mentioned this last week when I used these. I took our dark wild wheat and I colored our pearls. What I love about our blends is that you can color any ribbon, you can color any adhesive or any embellishments, and it gives you a whole new look. So let us go ahead and start by the inside piece. Glue this strip piece down at the bottom. And adhere that to the inside piece of our wild wheat. Fold that over, then come in with our designer paper and adhere that to our pecan pie panel. Lay that down. It leaves a nice little quarter of an inch border around. Come in here, adhere that right to the front panel piece. And then I'm going to adhere this strip of wild wheat to the front. There we go. And let's go ahead and adhere. Just come in with your seal or Seal Plus and just kind of do a spot in the center. That way this whole image will go over that, so it'll be hidden, so you won't see that adhesive like you see it right there peeking through. You won't see that. That'll be covered. And then, like I said, with the magic of TV, again, we love the magic of TV. I have pre-cut out our crates, our 3D crates. And then you're gonna, these have creased pieces that pop, or embossed pieces that fold up like that, like so. And how this works is we are going to adhere some liquid glue to that, and then we are going to come on here. Oops, helps if I fold it the right way. You definitely want to make sure when you're folding this, you got to fold it the right way. So let's rewind that, and with the slot on kind of like the left hand side of the box, not the right hand side, you're going to fold these pieces up. Let's fold those up, fold those in, and this piece gets glued on top just like so, as a kind of a 3D mechanism. So it's kind of like gives you that 3D look, and then that way the image gets popped right in there. So again, let's go over that one more time since I had it wrong the first time. We're going to make sure that that slot is on the left hand side, and look at all that fun ink on my hands. Then we're going to come in here, and then we're going to add some, oh, before I do that, I actually took a blending brush and my pecan pie ink, and see the difference in that? I just added some pecan pie ink on top. I just took my blending brush, blended that in, and it just pops up that embossed look. Otherwise, it's just kind of plain and dull. You don't have to do that if you don't have the blending brushes. You can certainly skip that step, but that was just something that I did a little, I guess, just to enhance the look of the box. I'm going to come in with my silicone mat since I'm going to be adding some glue, and just a little bit of glue. That might be, I might be a little overzealous with that. Come in here. I could have done this ahead of time, but I wanted to show you, if you've never put this box together, what it looks like. Now I'm just going to come in here, and the reason why you want to use liquid glue, just so it's easier to maneuver on, and then you lay that right on top, press that down, and there is your cute little box. Now I'm going to come in with this little handle to my crate. You don't have to die cut this out. You could, it certainly would be adorable without, but I think it really makes the project. So I'm going to come in here. You can either come in there with some more liquid glue. I'm just going to come in there with my glue dot and just kind of tuck that glue dot on there. I probably should have used my take your pick tool. That's what that's for. But no, want to make things a little bit difficult for myself. This is probably the fussiest part of the whole die cut, just because it's thin and you don't want to rip it or break it. There we go. Then I have pre-stamped and pre-cut this out, and let me go over the colors that I did that in. I did our pumpkins, and of course in pumpkin pie, light and dark. I did our leaves in old olive, light and dark. I went ahead and I colored the sunflower in the light Daffodil Delight, then came in with the dark Daffodil Delight, and then I also came in with my light pumpkin pie and just kind of did some additional coloring on the inside. Our corn, I did dark Daffodil Delight, and then of course our corn husks I did in the wild wheat, in the dark wild wheat. Actually, I think I did it in the light wild wheat. So those are our colors. And then of course you just die cut that out. And then you just tuck this in there. You don't even have to glue that down, because I'm going to come in here with Stampin' Dimensionals and pop this up on my image. So just come in here, you can just lay that down. And then if you just come in here with your Stampin' Dimensionals and put a dimensional in between the two, that holds it in place as well. So just come in here with few Stampin' Dimensionals and pop this up. And again, you don't have to do this. This is an optional step. So cute. And then of course I have pre-cut out our hello. And then put that at the bottom, or you can stamp a sentiment right there on that designer paper. That's light enough, but I just did hello and I left the inside blank. Make cute little note cards for the holidays. And then of course, like I said, I have pre-colored our embellishment in wild wheat. And there is project number 2. So cute. I love this crate. Okay, let's come in with project number 3 and our kits. Let me put this stuff at the top. That over here. Here is project number 3, which is our holiday poinsettia or Christmas holly or Christmas flower or whatever it's called. I think it's a poinsettia, but I'm not 100% sure because it almost looks like a Christmas, I forgot what it's called, a Christmas flower or something like that. But let's go ahead and go over the pieces that we did with this. We have our card base that is in real red, top folding card base. We have our basic white piece for the inside, and of course our decorative strip. Again, this came from the One Horse Open Sleigh designer paper, so real red. And then we have a panel piece or a panel strip piece from the One Horse Open Sleigh as well. A basic black piece as well as a basic white piece. And then of course you have your basic white that you'll be stamping your image and your crate. Again, I stamped the crate in pecan pie. And if you notice, it looks like I did it almost on a vanilla cardstock. I didn't. What I actually did was I stamped the crate and then I blended on top of that to add just a little bit of a different color. If you look at the first card, it comes out white. So you see the difference in the coloring when you just take that blending brush right over the top. It just gives it a different look. And if you notice closely, I have little flecked pieces that I did in Shaded Spruce and Real Red. So we'll be doing that as well. But let's start off with our inside panel piece, of course. And these are super quick and easy that you can mass produce. Again, I'm in craft fair mode, so definitely want to do stuff that's quick and easy. And I did not trim that down. Hold on just one second. Come on, baby. I added adhesive to the back of that and now it's stuck to my paper trimmer. Okay, I got it up. Whew. I didn't trim that piece down, so it wasn't gonna fit properly. There we go. Your kit will have the proper size in your kit for sure. Put that right in the center there. Then I'm going to, before I adhere this to the black, I'm going to come in with my dark Real Red and my dark Shaded Spruce, and we are going to do some flicking. Take that brush tip, do it very, very lightly so you don't ruin your brush tips. Or if you find that your brush tips aren't quite as firm, then you can kind of retire them and keep them. But this is the perfect opportunity to do that, to utilize that brush tip and not throw it away. Come in with our green, and it just adds something different so it's not quite as stark white in the background. There you go. And then we are going to come in with our Memento Black ink and our For You sentiment and stamp that down. Oops. Luckily that landed on the back side and not the front. That would have been fun. That would have been not fun. Lay that right on top. And like I said, I stamped it in white and I went over with my blending brush. And then we used wild wheat for the in center piece of the centers of the flower. And then Real Red, dark and white, or dark and light. And then our Shaded Spruce, dark and light. And then I just added some adhesive to the top part of this. Laid that right on top so it's kind of coming over the top of the thing. And then let's adhere this panel piece to our front. And then come in, I think I'm gonna cut a couple strips of foam sheets. I think that'll just be easier. This is a great tip that my friend Patty told me. If you have a bunch of little pieces of those foam pieces, keep them in a little cup off to the side and utilize those up. You want to use every little ounce of those foam sheets, just like you don't want to waste your Stampin' Dimensionals. And there we have it. We are not putting any embellishments on this one. It doesn't necessarily need it. So there is project number 3. So let's go ahead and bring in all 3 projects. I would love to know in the comment section whether you are live or on the replay, what your favorite one is. I honestly can't choose any of them this time. I really love them all. My first initial, I want to say this is my favorite, this is my second, and this is my third. But honestly, I really love them all. I really love how all 3 projects came together. This bundle is amazing. I love it. It's so cute. But these are the projects. I hope you enjoyed them today, and I would love for you to hit that like button on your screen if you did like today's projects. And if you know of anyone that would love to watch my weekly videos, please be sure to share my channel with them. Again, hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already, so you don't miss any of my future projects. I go live premiere wise at 11 a.m. on Thursdays and 9 a.m. on Fridays for Fun Fold Fridays. Now remember to come back tomorrow for another Fun Fold Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. We will be making probably a 3D project that I'm selling in my craft fair. So you'll definitely want to tune into that. Again, thank you all for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a weekend. And I hope to see you in the chat tomorrow. Otherwise, I will see you all next week. Bye, everyone.